All right, guys, what is going on? I hope you had a fantastic Valentine's Day yesterday. Today, we are going to be looking at a woman here who apparently has been single for 2 years, and she's wondering what can she do to become more approachable, to bag a high-value man. What can she do? Let's see.
I need somebody to give me the fucking tutorial on how to be a woman that a man feels comfortable approaching. Like, I am trying to work so hard on my resting bitch face. I don't know how to portray, like, single. Talk to me. I'm single. I've been single for 2 years. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so single for 2 years. Now, what do we know about this? Well, we know women are not single for 2 years because they can't find someone. They're single for 2 years by choice, almost 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? Because they can't find the exact guy they want. They can't find that perfect guy that they're looking for. And so they will refuse the everyday guy who's just out and about, living life. They will refuse to go with that guy because he's just too basic. He's just too average. The guy who's just getting by, just surviving, working his job, going to work every single day. Maybe he even has his own place. Maybe he's even doing well for himself. It's still not going to be enough because the reality is social media has really tricked all these women into believing that they are worthy of, getting with the top 1% of guys, who getting these, guys who are way high up in the socioeconomic status. And so when they come across just some guy who's, middle class, who's just doing well in life for himself, a lot of times it's not enough, because he doesn't look perfect, because, he doesn't act the right way, his personality or his style is off, whatever it might be that they're thinking,
I think most men can recognize a high maintenance, self-absorbed, demanding, narcissistic, unrealistic woman within the first few minutes of meeting her, which is around the same amount of time most women know if she's going to sleep with him, or just friend zone him or use him as a meal ticket.
Single soul saw my outfit that was relevant, so I thought somebody on the internet could at least see it, because I thought it was really cute. So I wore these platform boots with my favorite mid-rise shorts and this silver metallic top with metallic matching necklace and my new black bomber jacket. Yeah, I would have talked to me in this outfit, but not a single man or woman approached me. So
Damn.
I'm home. It's 2 a.m.
Dude.
I'm gonna watch Silver Linings Playbook and sit with my cat.
Dude, this is the thing, bro. I keep telling you in these videos, it's just crazy to me how passive women are when it comes to this kind of thing. They really are not going to make the first move. I know all these people out here, because women are complaining, they don't want to be approached. And so it's like, okay, well, you're going to have to approach them. But the reality is, I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see women actually approaching guys. It might happen, but on a mass scale, I don't know. I don't see that happening. I really don't, because, we watch videos like these and it's like, she goes out, but is she going to approach a guy? No, of course not. She's going to sit back and just wait for a guy to approach her. And so if that's not going to happen, she's basically just going to go home and sleep with her cats and watch Netflix. And it's like, damn, this is tough out here.
Have a good night, everyone.
And they're saying, well, it's your fault because, 50+% of you are not even approaching women in the first place. But we want to go a little bit deeper than that. I think we can feel that a little bit. And I think we'll get to the conclusion that men should go out and talk to women. But we should also ask ourselves why.
Dude, you gotta love these female podcasters and stuff always talking about what men should do. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you don't know what it's like to be in our position. I have nothing wrong with giving your opinion, but trying to prescribe advice, especially dating advice, when it comes to what a man or a woman should do, I don't understand how that's applicable coming from the opposite sex. It's like the guy who's a female dating coach. Would you rather take advice as a woman from a guy, or would you rather take advice from a woman who's having success getting the guys that, you want? It's like, why would I follow a woman's advice in dating when I could just go find a guy who actually has what I want and just follow his advice? It doesn't really make any sense. I don't really understand it.
Why they don't want to approach women. Let's get into what those reasons are first.
Okay, so the number one reason why men fear approaching other women is fear of rejection. And the number two reason is fear of social consequence.
Which is what? Being laughed at, bullied.
Whoa. Go back. Black pilled. Okay, so fear of rejection. Right. Now, wait a minute. What is this chart saying? So, okay, so the chart has two different, it's a graph, but it's got two different bars on it. It says all and then black pilled. So I guess there is a study where they talk to maybe just like the general population versus people who are quote unquote black pilled. So for black pillars, the biggest fear they have is fear of rejection. Then the next one down is fear of social consequences. But for the all category, I don't really know exactly what that is because I don't know what this study is, but it looks like it's maybe just like I said, the general population. It looks like it's almost even. It's almost even. Fear of rejection and fear of social consequences is almost even. So, yeah, the reality is, of course, there's always fear of rejection when you're going up to women because you're going up to someone you don't know and you're extending yourself and saying, basically that I like you and do you want to go out and date? Getting rejected sucks. So obviously people are going to have fear of rejection. That's not a surprise. However, it just goes to show also on top of that now, you have the added sort of complexity of getting, shamed in a social situation or put on social media for your approach. And that is going to add on way more stress to the situation because now that's in your mind. And you're not just thinking about, am I going to get rejected? It's more like, am I going to go up to this woman? Is she going to start, freaking out? Is she going to start, her and her friends going to start, claiming that I did something that I didn't, or are they going to pull out their phones and record me? So it becomes a much more of a sort of intimidating situation when you add that factor in.
Which is like what? Like being laughed at, bullied, told that you're ugly or something like that. And the rest of the men stated that they were afraid of things like legal action or that they weren't attracted to the woman or some other reason for not.
They not mention getting blasted on social media? I didn't hear them mention that.
Not approaching them. I mean, and it turns out a lot of women do not want to be approached in the first place. According to this study, in the group of women 18 to 25, nearly 23% of them say they do not want to be approached whatsoever.
Wait, whoa. 18 to 30, desire to be approached more. No, yes. So actually the majority of women do want to be approached more, according to this study. Now, I don't know what this study is. I don't know where they're getting this. I don't know anything behind it. This is just probably some generalized study where it's like a small, test group or whatever. But the reality is the majority of women do want to be approached more. But with a caveat, we always have to remember the caveat, which is they want to be approached more by the right people. They don't just want to be approached more by, some random guy who's like, an average or below average guy, in her mind, whatever that is. They want to be approached by the men that they find desirable, because that's where they really have the leverage in terms of getting what they want. If there's just some guy that she doesn't think is attractive or she thinks is a bum or doesn't dress right or doesn't look right or whatever that approaches her, it's almost worse because it's almost like an insult to her ego because you're approaching her and you have the audacity, to do that. So yeah, I think that the majority of women do want to be approached, apparently, according to this study. But again, I assume, and in my opinion, I would assume it's by the right guys. It's not just, they don't want to just be approached by, everyone. They want to be approached by the people that they find attractive.
That's about 1 in 4.
Yes. So your odds are pretty good.
Yeah, 75% want attention.
Bro,
as a woman, though,
your odds are good.
I can imagine a lot of women being like, yeah, I want to be approached. And yeah, I want men to chat me up. But as soon as the wrong type of man does that,
yes,
they are screaming that.
Exactly.
This is where the issue is coming from.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, they want to be approached. The majority of women want to be approached, but they want to be approached by the right type of guy.
I'm 31 years old male, and my parents keep wondering why I'm still single. Things aren't the same like it was in their time. If I was born before social media, I wouldn't think getting in a relationship wouldn't be as difficult as it's today. You'll be surprised how many women lose interest once I tell them I don't have Facebook or Instagram. Like, who cares about that stuff? I'm 6 foot average looking but struggle with women tremendously. I do pretty well in my career, having 2 properties and net worth closing in on $1 million, but still have hard time.
Bro.
My parents keep pressuring me to get with someone. I don't know what to do.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. He's closing in on $1 million net worth. And, he's 6 foot tall. He's still struggling with women. That's the thing, man. We all struggle with like different things in different aspects in life. You know what I mean? And it just goes to show it doesn't mean that by you getting money and by you getting these things that you're going to get with women. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that. I mean, yeah, it could theoretically make it easier, but it also makes it a more different situation because you don't know, are they actually into you because more of you, or actually more into you just for the money. You know what I mean? And so that kind of creates a situation where you have to be a little bit more careful, I guess, by if you're one of those people who flaunts your wealth, then you might attract the wrong type of people.
While I would say that young women have near impossible standards today, there's definitely a level of responsibility that young men need to have. I haven't approached to women in a while. I done it. They don't have feelings for me, and that's fine. At least I know. I didn't get what I wanted, but it's what I need. I don't blame guys for not wanting to approach women, because with most women you can't make any mistakes around them. I am a 30-plus-year-old man, and I have never once approached a woman in the pursuit of romance. Ever. Fear of rejection and humiliation is a factor, but it goes way deeper than that. Firstly, I have absolutely no idea what to do or say. I have zero ability to understand or perform subtext. It's alien to me.
What is the main challenge of dating Australian women nowadays?
So yeah, so some guys just, you know, they don't have, they're basically still in their comfort zone, and they're not getting out of their comfort zone. And their social skills are suffering because of it, because they don't want to put themselves in uncomfortable situations. Anything that you're afraid to do, you know, if it's not going to kill you or anything like that, it's because it's outside your comfort zone. And so that's something that you should try to tackle. You know, if he's afraid of approaching or talking to women, then, you know, you really shouldn't be. There shouldn't be anything that you're afraid of, because there's nothing that's really going to, you know, you're not going to die, you know. Obviously you have to be careful, because you don't want to end up in a weird situation. But if you're solely not approaching women because you're afraid of rejection, then that's where you got to watch out.
Definitely, women are hyper masculine. You know, they're very independent. They're in control. They want to control everything. And I think what we kind of miss with men is that it takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery to actually go up to a woman and ask her to go on a date, you know? And there's that fear of rejection, and no one wants to get rejected, but these guys are out there, they're taking a hit, and they're coming up to these women that aren't feminine, they're not playful, they're defensive, they're aggressive, and then the women are complaining about, you know, well, why don't men approach me? And it's like, well, that's why.
Facts.
I agree.
Exactly. Yeah, she gets it. She gets it, but she also, I think she didn't mention, like, guys are approaching women. It's just the wrong type of guys, because these women have such high standards now, and social media has basically brainwashed them to be looking for these type of men. They think that guys walking around with $1 million, you know, in a six-pack is normal. That's the delusion that we're in now in our modern society. Is like they literally think that shit is normal, and it's just wow.
Do you guys like it when guys approach you on the street?
Yeah.
Has there been guys that approach you on the street and did it wrong?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like that's the main go-to. Yeah.
So what are some pitfalls that guys run into in that?
The cat calling.
Being aggressive.
The rude names.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest?
I think if you're genuinely interested in someone, like walking up to them and saying, I think you're really beautiful.
I've seen these two gentlemen. They came in the coffee shop as I was working, and they were very attractive men, and we made eye contact and all of that, but I didn't know if, like, it'd be weird if I went up to them and would have been like, hey, like, I think you're really cute. Like, is that, would you guys appreciate that? I don't know.
We wouldn't mind being approached, and to be honest, it would be better. I know for sure most guys will.
Well, yeah, because nowadays, yeah, I mean, it would be better, because the reality is women are giving such conflicting messages. Yes, we want to be approached. No, we don't want to be approached. Oh, but it's not the right guy. You know what I mean? Oh, he's not attractive enough. So it's like, make your decision. If you see a guy that you like, make it clear. Go up to him, let him know, or at least give really clear signals so he can come over and approach you, because there's no way for us to read your fucking mind. You know what I mean? We can't read minds. And so if you find a guy who's attractive, in our minds, it's basically a 50-50 chance. It's a toss-up. It's a coin flip whether or not we're going to be attractive enough. So the reality is, yeah, women kind of need to be taking the initiative here.
Will appreciate it if women start approaching more, as it would make things easier and better for both.
All right, guys, so that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to bring this up because, you know, another story here with a woman who's been single for 2 years and is trying to get approached. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about this.